Well, this is the part of the evening where we start the show. You guys ready? Give it. Yeah, let's hear some energy. Let John hear it and his special guest. All right. Well, you know him from as an alumni of Saturday Night Live. You've seen him in countless films and television shows. And in my personal opinion, I loved him best as Hitler. Ladies and gentlemen, the master thespian himself. Please give it up for Mr. John Lovitz.
Thank you. This is what I was like when I was 8. Well, thank you so much for coming to the club. These are all new. Well, thank you for coming. This is live on Ustream, so besides you people watching it, there's at least half this many watching it live, which adds up to about, see, the club here holds 20,000 people. A lot of people are watching tonight, and Lovitz or Leavitz. I haven't done a podcast in a while because I couldn't get any guests. But I have a very special guest tonight. I'm very lucky, and this is a girl. She's an actress. She doesn't have one show. She has 2 TV shows, which is very rare. It's like Deion Sanders playing football and baseball. It hardly ever happens. And the fact that they let her do 2 shows on 2 different networks tells you how great she must be. I've never seen her. But clearly she's talented. Please put your hands together for Mircea Monroe. Now, Mircea, you know, I'm just very honest. I never even heard of you before they booked you for this thing. And
you
then
said it right.
But I'm like an idiot because you're on, was it Hearts of Dixie?
Heart of Dixie.
Heart of Dixie. And they're also on episodes.
Yes.
And Heart of Dixie's on which network?
CW, your favorite.
CW. I know what CW stands for in my mind. But I don't want to say. And then episodes is on
Showtime.
Showtime, right?
Yeah.
Well, how do you have the time to do 2 shows? You're regular on both?
No, one, Heart of Dixie I just recur, and then episodes.
Wait, what'd you say?
On Heart of Dixie I recur, so I do episodes, and then on the time off I do Heart of Dixie.
Oh, episodes you recur.
No, on Heart of Dixie I recur.
Oh, Heart of Dixie you recur.
Episodes I'm a regular.
And episodes you're a regular.
This is going so well.
I'm having hard, I couldn't understand you. Because, as you know, or you may not know, Mircea is not, she's not like an American Indian. She's not a Native American. You're from the Solomon Islands, right?
Yeah, well, I was born in America, but I grew up in the South Pacific.
Well, you grew up in the South Pacific,
Yeah.
so you're really a Solomonder.
Yeah,
so you're
Solomon Islander.
So you're like a
Salmon.
kind of like a between a Hawaiian and a Samoan, like. So are you albino? Are you like an albino Samoan?
I don't know how to respond to that.
You could say yes.
I'm
or you
sweating.
Could say no.
No, I'm not an albino.
Well, how did you end up moving to the Solomon
My
Islands?
dad worked for the UN, so his job transferred him overseas for like 10 years. Bless you.
What was his job?
He was helping establish energy efficiencies in third world countries. Hilarious. And like helping them get off the ground using natural resources. Solar power.
Right. And for 10 years. So
Yeah.
what was it? You said it was hilarious. Was it because he was just kind of
I was being
fucking with
facetious.
them
No,
and
like,
not
yeah.
really doing it? He just wanted to stay on the island. He goes, I haven't done it yet. I need another year.
Yeah. Psych.
So you're
Sorry, third world
How long
country.
did you live there for?
10 years.
10 years, so you were just basically on vacation the
Yeah,
first 10
it's
years of your
fucking
life.
chilling. But I didn't know how good it was because that's all I ever knew. And then I moved to Michigan.
Well, wait, I don't think people are, I don't know anything about the Solomon Islands. I know, where is it?
South Pacific, near the equator, like kind of near Australia, Fiji, that whole sort of area down there.
And did you, what did you were like a little island girl?
Yeah.
So were you like Brooke Shields and Blue Lagoon?
Same. I mean, I was like 4, but, same other than that.
See little coconut shells? What, and then do they speak a different language, the native there?
Pigeon. So it's like
Pigeon?
Yeah.
Like the pigeons in Central Park?
More like the pigeon in Hawaii. It's like
The pigeon English.
Yeah.
Can you speak it?
I could. I used to be able to, but not really. I mean, I've been in the States.
Do you remember
for
it?
so long.
Can you say something? Now?
Like, what's your name? Is who name belong to you? Like, what name belongs to you?
Say it
Like,
again.
who name belong to you?
John. I don't speak it, but I understand it. Say it again. It sounds like you're saying, "Who's gonna blow you?" What did you? It did. What did you say? Who gonna blow me?
Who name belong to you? Who name belong to you? What name belongs to you?
Who name belong to you?
I don't know
That's
how
not a
accurate
language. It's like me going, "What do you look at an hour?" Oh, that's pigeon. What kind of language? It's English. They're just speaking crappy English. What are you talking about? That's not a language. Oh, I could speak that all day. What do you think I'm a club now, eh? Is that pigeon?
It sounds like it.
It does?
Yeah.
So this is like a bad imitation of a Jamaican.
Yeah, it's all, I feel like it's all kind of similar.
Hey man, come on to the Solomon Island now. What do you think of belong to your name? You belong to me now?
Well, that's it. Yeah, like if you say like go for a walk, it's like me, you go along a bush.
Wait, I was coughing. Say it again.
Like you were exactly actually right, because if I'm saying like, oh, let's go for a walk, you'd say you, me, go along a bush. Like, let's go along the bush.
Let's go for a walk because you want to come in my bush? I am trying to do a very clean, proper interview, and you are going for the dirt.
Cheap shots.
You want to come in a bush? Is you want to go for a walk? So how do they say, do you want to have sex with me? How do they say that?
I don't know. I was too
Probably
little.
you want to come in a bush. Probably the same thing. Well, and then you moved to Michigan because of your dad's job?
Yeah.
So your dad
Or
said,
lack
I'm
thereof.
moving to Michigan. Do you want to come?
It wasn't a choice. It was
So
like,
was
we're
there
in
a lot of-
Michigan and we're staying.
Where in Michigan?
Chelsea, outside, like a half hour outside Detroit.
So that must have been like a big...
The worst.
Was it a big culture shock, right?
Yeah, white
Yeah,
people.
you went from like the warmest climate to the coldest, right?
Yeah, by the equator to like snow.
Well, did you hate it?
I
Or
don't
did
know.
you like it?
I feel like it's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I guess I adjusted okay. I don't remember having a severe reaction to it. I don't really remember. Maybe that's my
You don't remember?
reaction.
So it sounds like you liked it.
traumatic.
You just blocked it out.
Yeah.
And was it a big adjustment or?
I think it was relatively easy because I was young. I think that makes it easier.
You were 10.
Ish. I'm not great with dates.
Did you have
Could've
like
been
a
5.
10-year-old native boyfriend that you left behind?
No, I didn't have a boyfriend until I was way older.
Oh, well, I said I wouldn't talk about your personal life. I'm just
Right.
wondering, when you were 10, I don't know.
Off
You know,
limits. This
it's an
topic is
island.
off limits.
Well, it's an island, who knows? The morals I'm sure, were very loose. If you want to take a walk, you want to play with my bush. And then, how did you get into acting and stuff?
I was in LA and the whole thing, like I was working at a restaurant.
Wait a minute. You were in Michigan and then you were 10 and went to LA? How'd you get to LA?
I think I came when I was like 18, and at the time didn't want to act. I just was like, bless you.
Why did you come to Los Angeles?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Well, can we call somebody who would? What do you mean you don't know?
I really did. I just kind of wanted to change, and so I got in my car and drove here. I did the actor thing, but driving cross country and stuff. But I didn't really know. I didn't know what I was doing.
But you thought you wanted to act?
No.
Well, why Los Angeles then?
Because it was the farthest place from where I was.
No. Australia was the farthest. Seems like she's hiding something. Are you? There's something you're not saying?
A lot.
A lot. Fine. So you're in Michigan, you're 10.
Yeah.
Skipping. You're in LA and you're 18.
Yeah.
Something happened. Do you want to say what? You don't have to.
Middle school and high school.
Oh, that. So then you went to LA, and were you, aren't you known as a comedic actress?
I think more recently I've been doing more comedy, but before that I had done both. But I guess in the last couple of years, especially because Episodes is a comedy that you haven't seen. It's really funny.
I know it's with Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, from Friends.
I know. I was the first guest star on Friends. The first famous
Were you really?
guest star. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So David Crane, who created Friends, who you must have met when you did that, created Episodes.
Oh, I see. Oh, I did it because I grew up with my friend David Kudrow's, Lisa Kudrow's brother. So
Cool.
I knew her since she was like 5.
Oh, wow.
And then I did a movie with Courtney Cox. So I went on Friends, and then because Courtney and Lisa asked me to go on it, but I went on. The show wasn't a hit yet. The first year, it wasn't a hit when I did it, and they were all excited to have me there. And then they found out I was doing Seinfeld the same week, and they got pissed at me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they go, well, we were going to promote you, and I go, what do you want me to do?
Did you
They
just do a
asked me to
guest star on Seinfeld?
Huh?
Did you do a guest star on Seinfeld?
Yeah, I ended up
okay.
doing Friends and Seinfeld like the same week.
But that shouldn't
But
matter.
they were mad at me at Friends, so they didn't have me back for years.
Do you still get residuals from it?
Probably.
Oh, you don't know?
I should check into that.
I know. Does it go to a business manager, or do you get your residuals?
Okay.
Too personal. That's too weird.
Listen, you can ask me questions like that, but then I'm going to be asking you questions back. I have an accountant. What,
Right,
do
so
you
then
have an accountant?
I guess so, yeah, but I don't have...
You guess so?
Well, yeah, but it's not much to, deal with.
Well, you don't even know if you have an accounnt?
I mean, I do, yes.
Oh.
Somebody that does my taxes. Accountant.
Yeah. No. How do you account for your attitude? Let me ask you this. But anyway, my point was, that's when I met Matt LeBlanc.
Right, okay.
And then years later, I was at Courtney Cox's house. She had a party, and Matt came up to me, and he was drunk. And he gave me a big hug, and I fell back on a pool table, and he cracked my back. Not like broke it, but it cracked. And it felt good. So ever since then, I crack my back, I lay on the ground, and I slam my back into the ground. What about you? Did Matt crack you?
He does love to hug and do the chiropractor
and
thing.
he's very strong.
Yeah, but he's not
Like
a
a
chiropractor.
bull.
Yeah. He did that when I first met him, too.
How did you get that show?
Just auditioned. The usual process. Auditioned a bunch to prove myself.
Yeah. And who do you play on the show?
So the show is like a show within a show. So I play this actress named Morning Randolph, who is an actress on the show within a show, who is in her late 40s and has had a lot of work done, which is kind of the joke.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you're not in your late 40s.
Thank you.
That's very funny. You're way younger than that.
Yeah, so they wanted somebody younger who could you know.
So well, that's interesting.
Yeah, you should
So
watch.
what do you do? What do you do? Well, listen, I could know everything, and then, I could go, oh, I saw the show, you're great, and then that's,
Totally.
nobody. So what did you do in your? Well, it's on the internet how old you are,
Dun, dun, dun.
which is were you 31?
Yeah.
So in your mind, what is someone who in their 40s? How are they different? What do you do?
Differently?
Yeah, in your mind, what?
Well, when I started the show, I was 28. And so and it was actually really hard for me to play the character because she was really confident and like very together, had been through everything, and she would talk down to Matt's character a lot. And when I had first got it, it was really intimidating because everybody I was working with was so good. But yeah, it's just more about sort of being.
Well, you're as good as them. They wouldn't have put you in the show
thanks.
otherwise.
I don't think I was initially. I think I've gotten better, definitely. But yeah, just acting very sort of basically who I want to be. And so acting like that person and then kind of feeling my way into it. It works.
Interesting. And then what about the other show? You played someone completely different on Heart of Dixie?
Yes. I play Tansy Truitt, who lives in small town Alabama. They're from the show.
Is there Rachel Bilson on the show?
Yeah, she's the star of it. She is wonderful. And it's just like a really sweet, sort of lovely, darling show.
But that's like an hour-long drama?
It's like a drama. I mean, it's fun and quirky, and there's musical elements, and yeah, I don't know the best way to describe it. It has all of that. You should watch it.
I don't know. I probably should watch it. I don't know. I play tennis. I have my dog,
You're
Jerry.
busy.
How do they work it out that they let you do both shows? That's very rare.
It's incredible. The timing has worked out. Like with episodes, we only do 10 per year, so I'll shoot that. And then Heart of Dixie does 22, and I obviously don't do all of them. So just the timing-wise has worked out amazing.
So you have 2 shows. You must be making a lot of money.
It's
Is your
one's on
accountant, are you
cable.
sure you're getting all your checks?
I'm not sure. I really need to be better about that. I don't like to deal with money or think about it. I just imagine there will always be enough, and then it just it's always okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I've always been like that. I started reading Susie Orman, where you get control of your money, but it freaked me out. I just like to, there is enough there'll always be enough. And I'm
when
not
you go broke, lose my number. That's a recipe for going broke.
I'm trying to get better.
But you skipped everything. What happened from when you were 18 to now? What the fuck you did? So you were 10,
Well,
and
no,
then
I
you were
didn't skip it. It's just
18,
there's
and
not
then
that
you're
m- it's-
30. It's like you're like Jesus Christ. We don't know what happened to him from 12 to 24.
No.
Well, let's see. He was Jewish. I say after 12 he was 13. I'm gonna go with he had a bar mitzvah, but
I only skipped it because there isn't anything from 10 to I moved to LA. It's just boring, just normal, nothing that eventful.
Well, what did you have? What kind of jobs did you have before you could support yourself?
Oh my God, I worked at Silver Maples retirement community as a waitress. I worked at Tiki Bob's Cantina, dancing on the bar, serving alcohol. I worked at
Where's that?
Richmond, Virginia, but I would wear clothes.
In Virginia?
Yeah.
You have actually had a very interesting life. You're like all over the place. Well, how did you end up in Virginia?
I thought I wanted to be a doctor. That's dumb. And
Yeah, dumb as watching where your money comes from. What kind of doctor did you want to be?
I wanted to be a neurosurgeon, so I did this internship. There was a school that did this program there's a hospital called MCV, and they did this thing if you were young where you could kind of follow a doctor around and decide if it's what you wanted to do.
Where was that?
In Virginia. in Richmond. And
When
then,
was this before Los Angeles?
that was before. It didn't last very long. And then I was kind of lost, and I didn't know what I should do, and I didn't know what I was
Well,
doing.
what
so I-
happened? You did the internship. Oh, I know what happened.
Oh.
And you dated the doctor you were following.
Oh, no, but that sounds sexy.
Am I right?
No.
Liar. Well, you followed him around. Was he doing neurosurgery?
Just like talking to patients and, yeah, I mean, eventually doing this.
And what
surgery.
happened? You just.
It was a short thing, and then I was working a ton and didn't really know what I wanted to be doing, and I was taking other classes and other things, and then
So you were like pole dancing on top of a bar at night.
it was called beer tubbing.
Beer tubbing? What's that?
Like if you're the beer tub girl, you're the girl who stands at the tub of beer.
On top of a bar?
It's like on top of it. There's the bar, and then there's like a kind of like apple boxes that you stand on. Like,
Can you show us the dance you do?
oh, it's not specific. It's just like they play club music.
All right,
know?
I'll go ahead. Now coming to the stage, Mircea Monroe.
This is so
Dollar
creepy.
beers. Dollar beer.
The thing is, it's a podcast, so I don't think it would translate.
No, it's a vodcast. They're videoing it. Go ahead.
Um,
Even if they're not, I want to see it, and so do they.
you should watch my show.
Dun, dun,
I do it.
dun, dun.
Not gonna happen.
No. So you're an actress, and your last name is Monroe, like Marilyn Monroe, but suddenly you're shy. Interesting. So you're dancing on top of a bar and following a doctor during the day. Mm-hmm. So what point were you on top of the bar going, oh, I'd rather do this? What happened?
Rather do what? Which part?
Than be a what made you decide not to be a doctor?
I was more into like holistic health, and then it wasn't for me. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, which is why it's good that they do that program. And then, I was just kind of lost in finding my way, so.
So you didn't really know what you wanted to do? Mm-mm. So then you went back to
I just knew I didn't want a beer tub.
You didn't want to be a tub dancer? So then you went back to Los Angeles?
So then I moved to LA for a job where I could really be respected.
And did you do any of the, acting? Yeah. Oh, God. What did you do? I meet so many actors. They're so, it is amazing that you did it, though, because, people always say, I want to be an actor. And then they don't do anything. They just get a headshot. And then they, hang out at Starbucks and brood. And I do a joke about it. I go, yeah, I'm an actor. I go, what are you doing? Are you in acting school? No, man, you either got it or you don't. Oh, were you doing any plays? No, man, this town is film. Well, what are you doing for your acting career? I'm doing it. I'm in Starbucks. I'm drinking my latte. I'm like, oh, well, good luck to you, you disillusional fuck. It's like they don't do anything, but you must have done something. I mean, you're being so shy about it.
Wait, what do you mean done something?
Well, did you study? Did you go to class? Were you in theater groups? Or none of this is in your bio or on Wikipedia, so I don't know.
But I appreciate you looking. No, I hadn't until.
I look, but
there is no info. Yeah.
No, you're just on the shows in Maxim.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that
yay!
later.
I'm doing Maxim again, so yay!
Well, that's a compliment. They don't call me up to be in Maxim.
No, it's nice. It's nice. They're great over there. But I started working as an actor and then got in class and took it really seriously, and was very sort of scared of being found out that I wouldn't, that I felt like a fraud. So I immediately started studying and, taking it
So you
very
mean you
seriously.
came here when you were 18, you got work right away?
I got work, but it took me until now. I mean, it was a long process. I've always worked, but it's been, continually working my way up. I was working at this restaurant called Volcano for years.
Volcano?
Yeah. Volcano,
Volcano?
Yeah, like a wok. It was Asian, so volcano, the wok is on fire.
Where's that?
There's one on 3rd. They now have a bunch, but at the time, the one I was working at was on 3rd. And
were you a tub
this one.
dancer?
No, I just was a hostess.
Oh.
I know. Sorry.
Were you ever a stripper?
No, sorry.
Well, who'd you study the acting with?
Sandy Marshall. Are you familiar with her? No. She's great. She does Meisner. So I did that for a while, and then really was just, I've learned everything by doing it, less from class. I think class is great, but...
Well, how did you end up in Maxim?
I did a movie, one of my first movies, and I had one line, and either I lied about it or somebody lied about it, and they gave me like a huge 8-page spread for one line in a movie. And then the movie came out.
I have ADD. Say that again. You had one line in a movie, and you lied about it?
You know, you talk things up.
You lied about it to who?
Well, I'm trying to remember. I think my agent's here, he'll remember. But you say you're in a movie and you say the people you're in it with, and then maybe you forget to say that you're not really in it.
Oh, and he pitched you to Maxim?
I don't remember. I don't know if they came down. I have no idea.
How long ago was Maxim?
I've done it a bunch. I think I started whenever I started acting 10 years ago, and then every few years do some kind of.
Well, what is, in your opinion, some girls will come here and they go, oh, you should be in Playboy, it'll jumpstart your career, or Maxim. And then usually those girls, well, they're pretty, but they don't actually act, but you actually did it, and you're acting on real shows. Did it help you get those shows?
No, it's, I kind of am always scared of the sexy thing. I feel like for a while, I started doing horror movies. That's the first couple years, that's what I was doing. And
Horror movies?
Horror.
Oh. I don't know. I'm afraid of the sex thing. I started doing horror movies.
I played
movies.
whores. And I think that, definitely was girl in bikini #4 and that sort of thing, which can be tricky. But luckily was able to work my way out of that into real roles with real, gritty, wonderful things.
Yeah. But how did the Maxim help?
It probably helped with those sorts of parts, which are not really what I find that interesting usually. So I think that's a little tricky. It's really hard.
But you were in Magic Mike, right?
I was in Magic Mike.
And did the Maxim shoot help you get that, or was that just?
No, that was way before. I think my boobs helped me get that.
Oh. Well, I know you didn't want to show us your dancing.
I'm trying to steer away from that. Let's talk more about my butt.
I didn't tell you to do it. Just said you were in Magic Mike. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
It was a great experience.
It was fun.
Yeah. There wasn't much to it. It was that movie. It was some sexiness and,
Well, what's wrong with being sexy?
I don't know. Nothing.
Why does it bother you?
It does bug me. I think there's something wonderful about owning it, but I'm just getting to that place, I think, personally, to be able to know that you can be that and also, have other aspects of you that have value. This just
Yeah, but you're... How can you say, you're afraid of it, and then you're in Maxim?
I know. Welcome to dating me.
Welcome to dating you.
I have a lot. I just mean I change my mind a
we're
lot.
Dating. Kidding. So you're saying there's you. Well, can't you be? Are you worried about what other people think of you, or are you worried about what you think you?
But no, it's more about what I think of myself. Definitely, I think ultimately that's what it comes down to.
Well, yeah.
Wondering if you have value. Will you be? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't you? Well, let me ask you this. If you were talking to a girl who just got to town, and she was, pretty and sexy but smart. Well, I mean, what advice would you give her? What would you say, do?
Like if I was talking maybe to my younger self, although you know what, things have
Yeah.
turned out well, so I don't know that I do that. I think to really know who you are and stick to that. I think that's important, as opposed to exploiting yourself. Although, I don't know, it worked out for me, so take it off. I don't know. You like that one?
Yeah. Well, nobody wants to see me take it off.
They do. Do it!
Trust me, you don't want to see it. It would only make you laugh. No, but you know, it's very different. You know, I think for a woman in you know, as an actress as opposed to a guy, because do you have a lot of trouble like guys say, do they ever say, oh, I'll give you a part, but you have to sleep with me? Does that exist anymore?
I think it definitely exists. I have never slept with someone for work, which is amazing. But
did you ever go on an audition and they inferred?
oh my god. Oh, the energy the predatory energy initially when I was like 18 was crazy. But that's why I think if you're, you know, strong in sort of your ultimate belief of like what, you know, who you are and what you're capable of and not needing that. And obviously that kind of stuff never really works out, I don't think. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't think that long term it would really work. Ugh, and I just wouldn't want to. Ugh, gross.
No, I don't think you should do it, but I mean, imagine it happens.
Yeah, it definitely happens. It definitely happens, and I've definitely had like some really bizarre situations, but that luckily never got, that I didn't sort of.
But a guy is like, if there was some like beautiful casting director and she said, I'll give you the part, but you know, you have to let me blow you. A guy would be like, this is the best fucking business ever, you know? It's such a different perspective, whereas a woman would be like, oh, you know, he tried to rape me. And the guy's like, yeah, rape me.
Oh, rape is hilarious. I don't think that there's like, I don't know, I feel like probably the younger attractive guys maybe don't need to do that. It's usually the ones that aren't, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I've never been propositioned, like, I don't know. I feel like.
You were never
This is really
propositioned by a director,
Like really young,
casting director?
successful, you know.
They never said, hey,
ambitious.
if you sleep with me, I'll give you a part?
Yeah, because they didn't need to.
What?
I feel like men like that probably don't need to give. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
I'm just
It's all
asking,
gross.
does that exist, or do you heard?
Yes, it exists.
Even to this day, really?
Oh, not really anymore. It's amazing. I feel like once you get to a place where you've sort of proven yourself and are taken more seriously, it happens way less.
So when you were younger, it did happen?
Absolutely, yeah.
And did you get the parts anyway without?
That's a great question. Sometimes, but then sometimes very clearly not.
Really?
Yeah,
That's too bad. Well,
but
that
only
sucks.
like that's only 2 or 3 that I can think of. But that's okay. It makes you hungry to do it. Be more successul without it.
But you never did the groundlings or improv, or didn't you
I
do
did
that?
a little bit of Groundlings and a little bit of UCB, but never to the point where like never Sunday Company or never where you sort of never got to the end of anything. Commitment.
Commitment problem? You're afraid of commitment?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think so.
Dave?
Dave, my boyfriend. Where is he? No, I'm committed. We live together. That's fucking committed. That is for real.
He's a nice guy.
Huh?
He's a nice guy.
He's a great guy.
Oh, I think he
can't
just
see.
left. Well, do you prefer comedy over drama, or do you care?
I mean, I love. I think it depends. I think it's all case specific. I think it depends like who you're with. I just like the feeling of. I like being around great people. So whatever that means. kind people who are good at what they do, and so whichever world that is. But drama's great sometimes to just get it out, you know?
Well,
Thanks for coming, guys.
What do you do? What do you do when you're not acting? Do you have like hobbies and?
Dave and I ride our bikes a lot. We live in Venice, so a lot of beachy type stuff. I started boxing and MMA training, which I'm obsessed with. I love it.
MMA training?
Yeah, but with a bag, not a person. I mean, it's not. You don't hit.
Just beat the crap out of a bag.
Oh my God! It's amazing. Yeah, it's really. It's a great release. Feels really empowering.
Do you do that and then you ride your bike down Venice and try to pick a fight with the gang members?
No, it gets it all out.
Huh?
It gets it all out, but it does make me feel like I could protect myself for sure.
Does Dave take it with you? You both take
No,
it?
he wants to box, but I started by myself. But I'm sure he'd love to. But oh man, it's amazing. And then yoga.
So did you ever have a situation where you said, hey, Dave says, what do you want to do? And you go, I want to go to a movie. He goes, well, I'd rather get something to eat.
And I go, fuck you.
Yeah. Did that ever happen? Yeah, we're going to the movie, bitch. Get in the car. Did that ever happen?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I know.
Jesus Christ. Imagine a couple years from now, hey, Dave, guess what? What? We're getting married. No, we're not. The fuck we're not. Boom. Get in the car.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Dave, did you know your girlfriend wants to beat you up?
No, he doesn't respond to aggression. He responds to kind, calm, mature, adult, behavior. It's the worst.
You have trouble with that?
Well, when I'm upset, yeah, it's so hard to be rational.
Well, what do you get upset about?
Everything.
Poor Dave. What?
I just feel things deeply.
Oh, well, that's why you're an actress.
Right. So I'm just super sensitive to everything.
Oh my God.
I'm a real.
Are you the kind of girl like you say, Dave, what's your favorite color? And he goes, blue. And then you just, yeah, I knew it. And you start crying, right? Why don't you just break up with me right now?
Yeah. You're gonna leave me.
Yeah, because your favorite color is blue and my favorite color is pink. So if you love blue, it means you hate pink.
It means you hate me.
Hate me. Yeah, she's finishing it. It's a fucking joke I do, and you finished it. Yeah, that. You're like that. I don't even have to ask if you're like that. You are like that. Fucking crazy. You're like that? You finished the routine.
I think
You hate pink,
sure,
you hate me.
in elements. Yeah.
So what if he
insecurity.
said, my favorite color is pink?
Fuck you.
Yeah, right, yeah. Really? Want to fight? You
No, I've
pussy.
grown a lot.
You should do stand-up,
Thanks.
Should give it a shot.
Thanks. I tried. It's so hard to be good.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, but you could do it.
I feel like it's so challenging.
When you're doing yoga, do you like downward dog?
It's the resting pose, which is nice. I mean, I'm a certified yoga teacher, so I really like it.
You're a yoga teacher?
Well, I don't really teach, but I did the hours.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. Thanks.
What else? Are you certified in anything else?
Scuba diving? What? That's it.
Patty?
Yeah.
Patty there's 2 scuba diving certifications. Patty is, what is the Professional Association of Divers?
Inc.
Inc., something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for.
Do you go back to the Solomon Islands and go scuba diving?
No, we need to. No, I haven't been back since I moved, which is crazy. I had a trip planned to Fiji, which is where I lived also. But every time I booked something, I've gotten work. So I haven't, which,
You lived
came
in
first.
Fiji too?
Yeah. But they're, similar.
I did a movie in Fiji.
Where? Which one?
It was called
It was called I'm a Liar.
called Nobody Saw It. No. Bula Quo. I'm a liar. Please. There's a band called Status Quo. They're from England.
Okay.
And they've had more hits in England than the Rolling Stones. They're huge in Europe. So they made a movie, and then I played the bad guy in it. I think it was just released in Europe. And we shot it in Fiji. So they there was a big flood in Fiji, so the Fijians, who look they look a cross between they kind of look like kind of Samoan, kind of African, like a cross.
They're the only people in the world that have dark skin and blonde hair. Not all of them, but
Blonde? I didn't see any blonde.
yeah, it's amazing. Well, they call it's like a whitish. It's amazing.
Oh, I never saw that.
Anyway,
But
sorry,
they're
never-
like the nicest people ever. And there's no money there. So they go, their values are family, religion, rugby, and then money.
Yeah.
So they all help each other. And they used to be cannibals 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There was a massive flood. So the movie hired a bunch of them to give them work to help them out. But they were like, we rebuild. But they used to be cannibals. So they were really funny. So I'd be walking by, they go, John, yes, we haven't eaten today. Your fingers are looking very good.
How long were you there?
I think a couple of weeks, I think.
Oh, okay. So long enough to
2 or 3
be immersed in the cult, be there and explore.
Yeah, and they were really nice. The nicest people ever.
Yeah.
And
Culturally,
the guy was assigned to me, to drive me around everything. He showed me all around the island. He was building a house, and it was for $60,000.
Which is a lot.
And he goes,
To
it's
them.
2 rooms, and
Yeah, but that's still a lot.
but it
It's
was
all-
amazing
it's all
because he'd
relative.
go he said, he goes, if you have a dog, he goes, it's not just your dog, it's your dog and it's your neighbor's dog.
Yeah, the whole idea is that, if someone has a problem, you help them. If your roof breaks, I help you fix it, because obviously you'll help me fix mine. And I think I took that mentality and still have it now. It just doesn't apply.
Yeah, they're all
much
very
in the West.
giving. I go, you
Yeah.
sure you're all giving like that? They go, well, you have to be. Then I go, well, of course, that's how you have to be. They go, if you go over, can I have a cup of sugar? You give it to them, can I have a this?
Everyone babysits everyone
But they all
else's
do the
kids.
same, can I have a cup of sugar? Or can I have an onion? That's their example. They don't have any. In other words, shacks. You ever been to Tijuana? Years
Yeah.
ago, just
What?
shacks. So you're driving in Fiji, it's beautiful, and just these shacks. I'd go, are those people poor? And he goes, no.
It's
Why?
just how they
He goes,
live.
we don't look at it that way. And I go, how do you look at it? Well, if we have enough to eat and clothes,
Yeah.
we're fine.
Yeah, it's
But also
amazing.
because there's no economy there, you can't make any money.
Yeah, there's
Except for the resorts
now there's tons of. Tony Robbins has a resort there now.
in
Anyway.
Fiji. Mm-hmm. Did you date Tony Robbins?
No.
Well, how do you know he has a resort there?
I feel like that's a known thing. It's not insider. Is it?
No. Did he see you in Maxim magazine and invite you to his resort?
No, that would have been awesome. I did. Oh, never mind.
My God, Dave's right.
I know. I realize.
What?
Stay on track, John.
Didn't you just say you did Maxim? You just did it?
Huh?
You said you just did Maxim again.
No, I'm about to. And
You're
it'll come
about
out in May.
to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl.
Back off, dude. What are you gonna wear?
I don't know. I just told Heather, who you know, my publicist, I asked her if it could be classy, sexy. I'm fucked.
I can't say what's going through my head. No, it's just kind of. Well, Dave puts up with a lot of your.
You
stuff.
don't know why? Oh, you do.
I do know why.
Oh, because the sex? Is that what you were saying?
No, that's not what I was thinking. Why do you say that?
Because I'm so smart.
Well, aren't you smart?
I hope.
I mean, you're not smart about money, but everything else.
Yeah. I think
hope
there's a difference
enough.
between being smart about money and just not wanting to deal. Like making the choice.
You mean like just being an ostrich and sticking your head in the sand
Yeah.
at Venice?
Yeah. Just, believing in that the universe will provide. Yeah. To the universe.
Yeah. Well, Canada, they do that. You go to, there in '93 in Canada, and I said, do you work? He's like, no. What for? I said, why? He goes, well, the government takes care of everything.
Oh, like welfare? Essentially?
Everything.
Well,
because they
universal
give me an
healthcare, obviously.
apartment for $1,500 a month, which was in 1993.
Wow, that's a lot.
Something like that. They give me a car. They give me money for food and health care. He goes, so why would I work? I'd make less money. I wouldn't live as nice as I'm living now, not working.
Yeah, I mean,
So they don't do anything.
well, I mean, I don't. One person, I don't know if that's representative of like. This is. You want to talk about the economy?
Yes.
Oh shit. Obamacare.
Did you sign up for it?
No, because I have insurance through work, which is not. They don't.
Yeah, Screen Actors Guild
Yeah.
insurance.
But they're
the,
not-
that's
I'm-
the best insurance you can get.
That's what I thought, but I tried to get my therapy covered, which obviously I need a lot of, and they're not that down to cover it.
They don't cover therapy?
Well, they're supposed to, but I call and they treat me like I'm crazy. I'm like, hey,
What are you going to therapy for?
I mean, how long is this podcast?
As long as we want. As long as it's interesting. Well, what do you think your main issue is?
Oh. Oh. I would just say, like, overall growing, wellness.
Growing?
Yeah, wanting to grow, wanting to be the best person I can be, wanting to handle work in a graceful way, with the chaos and the crazy, kind of be really sure of myself, get career advice, thrive in my relationship, be open, be caring, be compassionate.
You want career advice from a therapist?
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus, they don't know anything about acting.
That's why it's wonderful.
In LA, they think they do.
But no, they don't talk. We don't talk about the
They're
acting.
crazy. I've been to them. They go, we have a script.
Who are you going to?
Is there any therapist in LA?
Is your
Everyone
therapist
thinks they're
named
in
Harvey
show
Weinstein?
business. They all think, everyone in LA thinks they know about show business.
No, that's true, which I can't stand. I mean, unless someone is knowledgeable. But no, in this way, it's just more about your heart. Like, how does your heart feel? Like more, I think the business can be so much about the business and what you're supposed to want and why and, because of the people attached or whatever. And I think it's really important to come back to what makes you happy. So if someone's asking you the questions about, your heart, they don't have to know anything about the business.
Well, I don't see what problems you have. You have a nice boyfriend, and you have
I have a great life.
And you have 2 shows.
Yeah.
And you're pretty. They want to put you in Maxim.
Yeah. Fuck therapy.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take some questions from the audience.
Oh, wow.
James, how long have we been on? Since you gave me the light for I don't know why. An hour? No. It's been an hour?
Tight ship you run.
You ready for the questions from the audience? Yes. Where's the mic?
I got the mic.
Oh.
It's a lot of my friends.
Well,
though.
raise your hands if you want to ask a question of... Is Monroe your real last name?
No. Neither is Mircea.
Huh?
Neither
It's
one's
not?
real.
So did you try to do it like Marilyn Monroe?
When I was 18, I wasn't an actress, but like sometimes people get a tattoo. I was reading a book about Marilyn Monroe, and I changed my last name legally.
You did?
I don't want to talk about it. We make mistakes.
So you don't want to be a sex symbol. You just change your last name to Monroe, and you pose in Maxim.
Listen, I'm working out some,
Because I would talk with a
conflicting...
therapist about that. I don't want to be a comedian. I'm changing my name to Milton Berle. I'm doing stand-up. I don't want to be known as funny. Well, where'd you get the name Mircea from?
Well, that was part of mine, but it wasn't my first name. It was my middle name that I made my first name. Because I liked the MM.
That's what I was thinking, so it's not a coincidence.
No, I mean, I had already done the Mircea, and then I was like, I'm reading a book about Marilyn, and what should I name myself? And I was at work at J. Crew, and we did a list of 10 M names, and everybody liked liked Monroe.
Yeah, it's a
So I
good name.
changed it. Ugh.
Do you relate to it when you see it on the screen? Do you go, that's
No,
me?
I have no connection to myself.
Well, it's not your real name,
I know, I struggle with it. It's weird.
Oh, you're not joking, are you?
No.
No. So I didn't change my name because I want to see my name,
Yeah.
But
Makes you feel rooted, like you know who you
well,
are.
normally they would change. Well, no, but normally they used to say, "Oh, you're Jewish. You should change your name." Like Tony Curtis was Bernie Schwartz.
Oh, wow.
They made all the Jewish actors change their names.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Kirk Douglas was Esther Rabinowitz. I don't know. They were all.
But that was for show, but I didn't do it for acting. I did it when
George
I was in Virginia.
Segal was the first Jewish actor. He said, "I'm not changing my name."
Yeah.
Or did you know that?
I wish I had done that.
I don't know if it probably
I don't think it helped.
helped
I don't
you.
think it mattered. I don't think I would have gotten hired or not
Well, if you
hired.
like it.
I don't.
You don't? Well, what do you want to be called? We'll just start.
My
calling-
real name,
Which is what?
Paloma Heist.
What? Paloma Heist?
No one's ever really asked about my name. I don't think anyone knows my name is fake.
Your first name is Paloma? Mm-hmm. Heist?
Yeah. No. Glad we solved that.
I'd stick with Mircea Monroe. No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Paloma Heist?
Yeah.
It's just like complete opposite.
Yeah. Not even close.
Is
So
Heist-
far from my roots.
Is Heist German?
Yeah.
Right? I
9.
knew it.
Yeah.
Fucking Nazi. All right. Who has a question for Mircea Nazi Monroe? Und draußen und ich bin lieben und steigt.
How you going?
Christ.
Hello. Hello there, Paloma. How you doing?
Hi.
How you doing? My name's Darren from Australia. First of all, can I just say I love you in extras. Absolutely love it. Thank you.
Aw, thank you so
Big fan.
much.
Yeah, absolutely. Big round of applause. Big round of applause. Thanks. Come on. I arrived this morning from Australia. I'm here for a week
Wow.
to pick up an agent, to try and find an agent. I have a few meetings this week. What advice would you give to a would-be up-and-coming, aging, overweight Australian man looking for a representation in this town. What advice would you have for me?
Well, we have a lot in common. Actually, my agent is here. He probably would be able to answer that better than I would. David, you're welcome.
Can we arrange an introduction later? I did get that he was over there somewhere, so can we arrange an introduction later? That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. He's raising his hand. He's actually... Oh, they're raising it for him. David, don't ever say I didn't do anything for you. My advice.
You notice how many Australian actors they hire now to play Americans?
I know.
Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth, they're
and
brothers.
British people too. Taking
Russell Crowe.
Yep.
Who else?
Welcome to America.
Mel was American.
No, but
you should learn an American accent. That's the first thing.
I wish I could be more. Well, yeah, actually, he's not wrong. Do you do an American accent? Oh, that's awesome.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Right? Yeah, hang on, let me get into the character. Hang on a second. I got to deep that. But I'm much better being British. British is much better for me, and I think that now with various people being British, I think is a lot more than being American. Right?
I think that's great.
British. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Enough of the public auditions here. Thank you.
No,
Yeah,
thanks, I'll do
British
that publicly.
would go over well in
What is your
England,
advice about
but-
getting an agent?
I would learn an American accent because you're in America.
No, I want to.
I'm serious.
I think that would be helpful. I wish I could be more helpful. I really in those ways. I didn't kind of do the traditional thing, and I've had the same reps for 10 years since I started. So it's sort of like not really the route people usually go, and it was all kind of ass backwards. But I actually get asked this a lot, and I'm not that helpful only because I started when I was 18, and then didn't. I mean, I guess what, David, have a reel that you love. It sucks. It sucks because it's the one business. Do you agree that there isn't? It's like, A, B gets you to C, And I wish there was something. I need a better answer to
Are
this.
you
I'm
good at
sorry.
accents naturally, or did you have to learn a
No,
Southern
I'm terrible
accent?
at accents.
Did you have to work on it for Heart of Dixie?
Oh, that's the only one I can do because I lived in Virginia. But I've tried to do other ones and I've done them for work, but they're not great because I didn't go to school.
You don't have to go to school to learn accents.
No, theater school.
Well, I did.
Oh, it's weird.
And it has nothing to do with learning accents.
Don't you learn that?
Well, no, they don't teach you that.
They don't teach you accents in theater school?
No.
What the fuck are you paying for?
Well, you do plays and you
Oh.
learn all about acting, but they don't teach you how to do
Singing?
an accent. Singing,
Okay.
Well, that's separate. Yeah,
Vote,
a lot of plays. How to use your voice.
That makes okay. Well,
how to
that's
use your
kind
voice.
Nah.
Yeah.
I didn't go to
But
school.
you either you have a good ear or not. Or you
Yeah.
can pick it up.
Yeah.
But Australians, they do great American accents. I don't even know half these guys are Australian.
I know.
Well,
it's
after I
incredible.
learned about them, I hadn't,
Yeah. It's amazing. I respect it a lot. Sorry for not helping.
Good luck, mate. Did you know
There
that
you
all?
go.
Did you know all Australians are Jewish?
All?
Yep.
Wow.
They all speak Yiddish. You want me to prove it to you?
Yeah.
Watch. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
It's a nice bit. Mm-hmm. It's cute. Oh.
Anyone who has another question? Nobody?
Well, these are my friends. They all. Yeah.
Well, you know everything about her. Well, what's the one thing she doesn't know about you that you haven't told her? That's extremely private and nobody's business.
I mean, we went to some good places tonight. Aren't you satisfied?
I'm saying for her.
She knows it all.
Did anyone else have a question? Nobody?
Do people usually have questions when you have guests? I'm feeling insecure.
Yes.
Oh, so awkward.
Raise your hand. Who has the mic? Right.
I got it over here.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Nobody?
No one has a question,
Oh,
John.
over here. Yes, they do.
Oh, you're such a good friend. You're such a good friend. She's pretending like she's not my friend to be a friend. That is such a good friend.
What was your question? What did your family think when you changed your name?
They're
Paloma.
Oh, I liked that. My parents are super hippies. I grew up in a commune. My mom would like garden naked in a
Wait,
commune.
slow down. What? I know what you said, but it was so. I used to talk like that.
My
Crazy fast, but
You're right. I need to slow down in life. Be still. Be present. My parents are very easygoing. So no matter
did you
what I
say
do.
they were hippies?
Yeah, super hippies, very open, very it's just sort of anything goes. Like any scene is okay. Like I never felt restricted with like the work that I do, that it may or may not be okay, or changing my name. Anything I want to do is great. Follow your heart. Yeah. What if your heart doesn't know where it's going?
Are they proud of you now? They watch
Yeah,
you
but
on
they
TV?
wouldn't care what I do. But they think it's nice. It's nice. Watch the program. It's nice. I saw you on that program. Wasn't me. Oh, well, that girl did a good job. They don't pay too much attention.
No. Yes?
Say it again.
Think about having a family.
Do I think about
children?
having a family?
Yeah.
Like kids? Dave, honey?
Or goats?
Dave, do you ever think about having a family?
Absolutely, we do. I didn't, and everyone says, oh, as you get older, you'll change your mind, which I never thought was going to happen. And I don't know that it's getting older, or maybe just that I feel much more stable in my life and with work, and that I could be a provider. Should Dave, peace out. But absolutely, I'd love to adopt, which is a different conversation that we aren't quite on the same page with.
You want to adopt a little Fijian kid?
Yeah, I'd love to have, all kinds. I'd love to. We got the light.
Oh, fuck that. The light.
These people probably have to pee.
Do any of you have to pee? You can go pee.
I have a question.
The bathroom's on the second floor. Why, do you have somewhere to go?
No, I just feel...
No, your boyfriend's here. You have nowhere to go. Well, yes, go ahead.
So you've done comedy, you've done dramedy and horror. What kind of role would you like to take next?
What kind of role?
Yeah.
One that pays a lot. I would love to. I think I'm ready for drama again. I'd love to do play a really strong female character, really gritty, rooted, maybe crazy, intense.
Play yourself.
Or a sitcom. I really do. I feel
Sitcoms.
ready for anything.
Sitcoms are way much more fun.
Oh my gosh, the hours, the money. It's great.
It's fun.
Yeah. I would love to. I had a bunch of pilots that were sitcoms, but nothing's ever gone.
I saw you on some sketch. Was it with the UCB where you're playing you're on a date with a guy and then you go, I'm going to go change, and you come
Oh,
back.
and the little kid? I
Yeah.
become the little kid? Yeah.
What was
Were you
that
freaked
from?
out?
No.
It's like
I
we're
thought
talking
you were
about a
very
movie
funny.
no one's seen. Oh, thanks. That was for like an improv.
Oh,
thing.
Acme?
Yeah. Yeah, and they do that, which is like sketches, like they try to be like SNL. Or I shouldn't say try.
Were you like a guest star in the show?
Yeah, it's almost like how SNL does the like one person per thing, and then each sketch revolves around them. Not everyone, but most of them. It's like that, but it's live. So they have one person come in, an actor, and then they do everything around them. So you get to experience, what that would be, and it's live and
Oh.
fun. Yeah.
You should host Saturday Night Live. You should try to do that.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to. I'm way not there, but that, eventually would be amazing. That would be incredible. So, do you want to call someone?
Yeah, they don't listen to me. But you could do it. You could easily be on that show.
That's really nice of you to say. You say nice things. Thanks. Makes me feel good.
Well, that's true.
I'm learning that in therapy. When someone compliments you, you say thank you instead of no. I paid $100 for that information.
Yeah. Low self-esteem.
Yeah. Working on it.
Why do you have low self-esteem?
I think everybody, I feel like, you struggle with your value, your worth. The light's on again.
Do you prefer comedy, drama, film, television, or stage?
What just happened?
Well, that was someone asking a question.
Hold on. There's a question over here.
James, when is the next show?
Oh my God, I was like, God, what?
James, are you giving me the light because there's another show?
Yes, sir. 10 o'clock show.
Oh my God, I thought that was God.
Oh, okay. Well, one more question. I know. I didn't know.
No, this question comes from a guy who looks like God. He has a white. He has
Oh my
a
God,
white
you
beard.
do!
Comedy, drama.
Do you prefer film, television, or stage?
Colonel Sanders.
That's a great question. For me, honestly, it's more about the people I'm around and the material that I'm doing. So I love them each. It's all case specific. Stage I struggle with because I get so scared. Even tonight, I get really scared and insecure and migraines, and it's horrific, but it's rewarding. But to go through that process, it has to be material that I feel like is worth being sick about. I love, and TV and film are getting now sort of one and the same depending on what you're doing, a similar process. Was that super vague? Sorry, God. That's amazing.
You were nervous before you did this?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very.
Why?
I thought no one would come. I thought it wouldn't be worth their money. I thought, what if, you don't like me? Do you like me?
Yeah. Yes, you're very nice.
Thanks. But yeah, it's scary. For some of us.
Well, I thought you did terrific.
Thanks. It's been so fun. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, John.
Mircea Monroe, everybody.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for watching, and you can see this again if you watch on the John Lovitz Vodcast Network and on Ustream. Anyway, how many tickets are for the next show?
I'm not sure what the sales are, but we do have a.
What is the
decent
next show?
It is called Laughter Hours. Very funny show.
Is this your club?
What? Yeah, but I don't know everything that goes on. Anyway, if you want to stay for the next show, you can. Be a stand-up show.
Awesome.
Anyway,
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
very much. Drive safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lovitz or Leavitz. Give it up for your host, John Lovitz, and his very, very special guest, Mircea Monroe.